All right, folks, time to put on the leather jackets and take a trip to the nifty 50s. We are talking about the musical Grease, and it is coming to the stage later this month at the Albuquerque Little Theater. Here with us from the cast for really what is considered the original rock and roll musical, Jessica Quinlan, who plays Sandra Dee, and actor Kelvin Krupiak, who plays Danny Zuko. Good morning, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. All right, so for the one person in the universe that has never seen this musical, either on stage or on film, what is the story behind Grease?
Go ahead.
So, summer romance brought to reality when two kids return back to school. Bad boy Danny Zuko, good girl Sandra Dee, and trying to find a way to make it work, still be cool, still be who she is, and in the end, she's just got to change for me. So
it's a great message.
So I was going to say, to make it a little Shakespearean, it goes from Romeo and Juliet to Taming of the Shrew.
Exactly.
Exactly. Got it. All right. So obviously, it's got to be kind of a difficult job stepping up and playing two incredibly iconic roles. Of course, most people are they're related to the film with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. What is it like stepping into these roles and making it your own? Because obviously, you're not mimicking these roles. You really have to own it, but you got big shoes to fill. So how do you do it?
Oh, well, first of all, it's so exciting. I watched Grease 1,000 times as a kid. I knew all the music going into auditions. So it's exciting, but it's a little daunting because everyone expects it. And you tell someone you're Sandy, and they're like, "Oh, hopelessly devout," and you're like, "Yes,
and they start
that's
thinking
my song."
of it. Yeah.
So it's just sort of trying to take a fresh take on it and look at her as my own. And of course, Olivia did amazing stuff, but also put my own spin on it and let him be my Danny Zuko rather than John Travolta.
Yeah. And so, Kevin, what about you? What's been the experience like for you playing Danny?
it's been really fun, actually. It's been an amazing cast, an amazing experience. It's completely different than what I was expecting. This is the first production I've ever done theater-wise. I've done independent films and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is a completely different world. It's been a lot of fun.
Wow, how are you liking it?
I'm really, really enjoying it, yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so, when people see the musical, I think it's important to know that there are a lot of differences to the stage version than what you see on film. What are some of those differences? When people are going in, what should they expect?
Well, for one thing, Sandy is not from Australia.
Exactly. You always think
one.
she doesn't have an accent. What do you mean?
Yes, no, she is not from Australia, so I don't have to try to have an accent for there.
That's good.
We are actually doing some of the movie songs. In the original Broadway show, You're the One That I Want, Hopelessly Devoted, and Sandy, and Grease is the Word, all were not a part of it, but we've added those in.
Really?
So,
okay.
Yes, you can check us out singing those songs. What are some other differences? Oh, I don't go to the dance with Danny. We don't go to the dance. I don't go at all.
So there's actually pretty big storyline differences.
Yes,
Not
there's
just
some
the
storyline
musical
differences,
differences, but
absolutely.
the story itself is different.
Yes, there's definitely some differences with our characters.
Have you found that it's been easier having those differences to make the piece your own as opposed to having to live in the shadow of a film? Having those differences, you can really own it and make this version of Grease ALT's version of Grease.
Absolutely, it helps a lot because there's different choices we're making.
Yeah.
We're not doing the exact same thing that they did.
So what's been the process like in terms of working on the roles? Of course, Jessica, you doing a lot of musical theater. I'm curious, Kelvin, since you're really coming from the film world into musical theater, that's quite a jump. That's quite a jump from going to having to be very small with your performance to being, larger than life with Danny. What has been the experience like stepping back into something that is very 1950s, very iconic Americana, as opposed to doing an Into the Woods or something like that, or an indie feature?
It's been definitely a challenge, but I think that's what makes it so fun. In film, there's a lot of subtlety involved. There's a mic, there's a camera right on you. Here, there's so much, you have to be an overactor, you have to be big, and I get there and just rehearse as much as I can to try and work with all the different characters because I really want to get the character down. But you're right, it's larger than life. But
And for me, it was so much about just my physicality, especially for Sandy. She starts off so young and bright and innocent and, portraying that physicality and the difference between the two of us, him having the swagger and me being prim and proper, and then in the end, changing it all and having the swagger too.
Having the swagger too. All right, so this opens next weekend at Albuquerque Little Theater, is that right?
Yes,
so what are the
Friday.
details on the performance?
So we run October 10th through November 2nd. We do not have a performance on Halloween, the Friday of Halloween, but we have a matinee that's Saturday the 1st.
Oh, okay.
So the final weekend, we still have 3 performances. Friday through Saturday, 7:30 Friday and Saturday, and 2 o'clock on Sundays. tickets available on our website and at the box office.
Fantastic, guys. Well, I got a feeling this is going to sell out, Grace. A hugely popular musical. Can't wait to see it. I know Matt and Liz cannot wait to see it. Liz is actually, she's sitting over here, folks, like a fan. Just giddy, looking at Danny and Sandy. Again, folks, Albuquerque Little Theater, we will have links on our website at KRQE, under the KRQE links. Guys, break legs, have a lot of fun. Stay with us, folks. We're not done yet. We'll be right back.